Hi everyone, it's Jaya here from Epicenter Healing. Welcome back to our channel. Feeling happy today because things are flowing, and I know that if you're watching this video, things will also be going in flow for you, which I'm heavily grateful for. We're all one here on this planet at the deepest level. Even if we've forgotten, we are all one, we're all love, we're all light, we're all goodness, and we're all things fun and happy. So today I was gathering inspiration from various different sources, actually, from music, from getting ready, doing my makeup, from checking on my family, from prioritizing my day of what's important to me and what do I see in my future, how do I see my future, and how do I see everything around me also. It's not just about me, right? The inner world becomes the outer world and the outer world becomes the inner world. So that being said, I was thinking, what would be the most important thing for Epicenter Healing viewers? And I pondered on it. I had a few ideas and I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. And then in the end, I ended up doing one that I thought was really important because I'd heard so many people over the years talk to me about it. And at the time, I hadn't really properly transitioned. So I was not really equipped, I suppose, to understand all of the obstacles that might turn up and also to understand the strengths. So to do a proper SWOT analysis of what's going on if I transition into a certain area. So this video is going to be about transitioning from a 9 to 5 job or a job where you're receiving a salary, so you're working outside, and transitioning over to your own business, a startup business, or even into your family business. So I've done all of these things now. It wasn't easy. So if you are listening to any videos on YouTube that say things are so easy, it's not. But one thing I will say is everything is possible. Just like when you're at school, if you really set your mind to an exam, you can do it and you can pass it. Just like when you really are in love with someone and you really put yourself out there and you know that you could be rejected, but the outcome is like a greatness if it's accepted. And even the rejection is also a beautiful thing because the most successful people in the world, so anybody you follow, if you listen to their interviews, you will see that they will all say how much they failed and how much they were rejected. Even me, myself, I've been rejected on many occasions, many, particularly when I was involved in the performance area when I was younger. There was many rejections. I was doing auditions for different roles. I was in the performance area, singing, modeling, dancing, acting, and I got many rejections, but I also got many yeses, and I also got many achievements. It might not have been exactly how I wanted it to be, but I still got all of these things through hard work, learning, and understanding. Hard work, learning, and understanding. I just need to let Julio in. So I really wanted to do this video because I really wanted to share the actuality and the reality of what it takes to get to where you want to get to. I'm not saying that it's not easy for some people, because it is. Some people genuinely, sincerely, they are born into maybe wealth. So things might just be easier for them because they have access. But they still also need to learn how to do certain things, because when you go out into the certain fields, even if somebody has got money, and I'll use this as an example, someone's got money, but they go into a field of people with money, the people who have really spent time and hard work graft to earn that money will be able to see that person is a silver spoon child, or that person's had a hand down. So there's never any favors in life for anyone. What I'm trying to say is when we start to understand what's going on, we're able to create everything that we want. We're able to go after our dreams because our mind will stop saying, oh yeah, but you can't. Yeah, but if you fail. Yeah, but if that person is not good enough, or there'll be a lot of yeah buts. But the point I'm trying to make is that this video will show you how to think and how to act in order to move from a working position into business. And there'll be various ways. If you watch my other videos, you know that I speak freely, I speak intuitively. So whatever I feel is appropriate, I will say it and share it. I'm happy to just because whoever it helps, that will make me really happy. It makes making these videos worthwhile too. Taking the time to really think what will best serve humanity. So if you're in a 9-to-5 position, we'll start from there. So I've had many jobs. I've worked really, really hard. I always say that in my videos. If you want to know more about me and Mukesh at Epicenter Healing, you can take a look at our website, www.epicenterhealing.com. You can book one-to-ones with us. You can also book buy courses that are now on there for you all. The most important energetic topics have been focused on for the course writing. So I really hope that they help. We've kept the costs low in order for it to be affordable for pretty much everyone. Yeah, so if you're wanting to move over from 9-to-5 or a job into business, how are you going to do it? So you're going to do it firstly by, you're probably going to need to write it down. Seeing your income, what it is that you want to achieve from a business. So you can make 2 columns. Seeing what you're earning now. So let's say 20,000, you say from my business, I want to earn 40,000. Or if you're earning 60,000 and from my business, I want to earn 120,000. You're going to not need to start putting your mind onto paper. And this isn't really about journaling or gratitude or anything like that. That's a separate area, which I'm happy to talk about as well. But once you put your mind onto paper, and if you want to keep it private, you can burn it or shred it anyway. But once you've put it onto paper, you will start to write and see what it is that you want from your life. So I spent many years writing so much stuff in my 20s, more thoughts, emotions, feelings, a lot of sad feelings in early 20s and a worry and things, and then it moved over into gratitude and things like that. So you might get emotions come up, but that's fine. We're going on to paper because we want to unravel what's in our mind, and then therefore what's in our body, and therefore what's in our soul. Because once we get to that point, we can start to see, why did I actually come here? What is my true purpose? What am I trying to achieve? There's things that we all want along the way. So there's things that I want. Of course there is. There's girly things that I want even, you know. Girls, if any ladies are watching, they will understand what I'm saying when I say, you know, those things that girls really want. Ladies know, girls know. But equally, I have, you know, other desires. And I knew I wanted certain things 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and they didn't come to fruition. So I have literally understood the divine timing. So there's a video on here that I've released about divine timing and accelerating it. So I understood that divine timing exists, but I also understood the preparation involved, the patience, the godliness involved, so believing in something greater in order to get to that point. It's all relevant what I say. If ever you think I'm going off, it's always relevant. There's many facets that make us what we need to be. It's not just a straight thing what we're taught in school. So when you're with teachers and they say they have a structure, it's not like that in the real world. In the real world, there's no structure. In the real world, there's many facets, incoming, and we have to decipher them. We have to have the correct people around us as our shield. Otherwise, we have no shield. And we have to be correct in ourselves in case we don't have anyone around us. And all of these things tie into transitioning from the workplace into your own business, because having your own business is hard. It's a hard job. It's harder than working. Obviously, there must be people working 12, 14 hours a day, and you could argue that you're 200 grand, 250 grand, whatever you're on. But I've worked both, and I've also been with clients. I've been in such a wide variety of environments now, and there's patterns. There are patterns everywhere. And business people, they don't get to sleep. You don't sleep. I watched my dad not sleep for maybe 12 years, 13 years. So business people are constantly thinking, what's the next step? What's the next thing we need to do? Where do I need to delegate? And then at work, you do get to chapter close at a certain point. Obviously, unless if you're at 200 grand, 250 grand, that's different. I get that, but you get to chapter close. So what I mean by that is once you leave the office, you can leave the office. Business people don't have that. So often you'll see when you're away, if you ever do talk to any business people now, they'll be on their phone, maybe on their emails. They will be thinking about salary payments. They'll be thinking about cash flow, and all these things are really relevant, because when you're looking to transition over and you're looking to do a startup business, so startup business tend to have more costs all around really. So you're going to be investing into, meaning say if your startup costs 20,000 to start, 20 is like the number of the day, because 20,000 to start, you're going to have to think to yourself, do I have 20,000 savings? You're gonna have to ask your partner if you're married or with somebody, do you have any savings? You need backup, you need shields. So business isn't just for one person, you need to still have a team. Even if you believe you're self-made, I don't believe anyone is self-made. If you do, that's fine. But the reason why I say that is because even the self-made people will still need to make a phone call to somebody. It's not that they're sat in one room and it just money just drills down into us. So me, I'm not self-made. I've had many amazing people help me along the way. I've also had many distractions in people along the way. And so I want you to start to get to this mindset. The reason why I want you to start to get to this preparation mindset is because I want you to be prepared for everything. So business people will train themselves over years to be prepared. You're just prepared, because anything can come through your door, anything can come online, something, things evolve very rapidly in business as well. So say if you have a store and a shop and somebody comes in, you might have one client who's absolutely beautiful and lovely and friendly, but then another day you might have a client who's really difficult to deal with, or a customer. So I want you to understand how business people are prepared. So you get that from putting more and more into the business and more into yourself, not just with money, but with speaking and networking in the right environments. So people who have already achieved things, or people with a reputable background. So not like quick fix buying on the internet and things. So that's where you'll learn that sort of information, being around the correct people. So the correct people, like I would always have a look at established people. That's what I mean by that. And people, I would say, with more old money than new money. Because new money people, they struggle to manage their finances. I've seen this time and time again. And old money people, they tend to have like the elders in charge and things get passed down. And then the children are always annoyed because they don't have the same life as everybody else. So have a look at who you're dealing with. If you're working with people for business or partners, have a look at the family they come from. Have a look at their educational background. Have a look at their habits. Do they drink a lot of alcohol? Do they smoke a lot? Do they take drugs? All these things will affect their mind, which will then affect the business, which will mean your business is likely to be less successful over time. You could argue about high-functioning alcoholics and things like that. I've worked with them. Eventually things crumble. The human body is very tender and beautiful. It needs a lot of love. It needs a lot of support. It needs a lot of nourishment. Even if I have to attend an event, or if I go out with a friend that's very dear to me, and if I was to stay out late,